Hi, my name is Kristen Cruthers, and this is for Algebra 2. I teach two periods. I teach period 4 and period 6, and you can see those are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on a typical week. So who am I? I attended Purdue University. I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics as well as statistics. And I also then went to Roosevelt University to get my master's degree in secondary education. I got my national board certification in math in 2010, and it is valid through this year. I began teaching here at St. Charles North in 2004. I have 3 kids, Kate, who is 20, that's him down there with the fish, Rylan, who is 18, who is just starting his first year at Purdue and majoring in computer science. And then we have my daughter, Kara, who is 16, and she's a junior at South Elgin High School, and she likes to play softball. I am a huge Cubbies fan, and sorry, I'm also a Packer fan. All right, let's talk a little about Algebra 2. We are going to go over the course syllabus. So let me go ahead and click on this. You can also click on it yourself if you are watching this. And this pretty much tells us all about the class. So at the top, you can see my email as well as my phone number. And we are using Google Classroom for our learning management system. I've also included the 2 classroom codes up here. However, all of your students are already in, so you really don't need those. So these are the things that we are going to study. We started and we will finish up at the end of the month, investigations and functions. Much of this is review from Algebra 1 back in their freshman year. Then we are going to go over transformations of parent graphs, then equivalent functions, solving and intersections, then inverses and logs. Then second semester, we will actually graph and continue with logs. We will do some trig, including the unit circle, an introduction to that. Then we do polynomial functions. And then at the end, we finish up with statistics and data representation. And if there is time, we do touch on rational functions, but that is mainly a pre-calc topic. It's just something extra that we do. So things that are really important to the kids is how their grade is calculated. 55% of their grade for this semester will be on their individual tests. 35% will be on their quizzes. 5% is homework, and then the other 5% is classwork. As you can see here, almost everything they're going to need is going to be on our Google Classroom. It is organized in the classwork section. I have quite a few things on there where there's a homework section, so they can find that that's right at the top. There's an area if they would like to print any of the worksheets that we have. They don't have to, but there's an area just for that for each unit to make it a little bit easier. The syllabus is out there, the one that you see here. And then for each unit, I have it organized by day, and that pops up every morning for them. That tells them what we're going to do that day, as well as any specific sheets that they might need. If there's something that I can't put on there, then I will either email them or give them directions on how to find it. We will have a Google Meet or a Zoom every day of class, and they always begin right when the period starts. I give 2 minutes to take attendance, and then we start going. As students join, I do note that they have attended, but just know within 2 minutes in, we have started class. Right now, they're on Google Meet, and so they know how to get there with meet.google.com and then the correct code. Once Zoom gets approved by the districts, we will switch to that because it has a lot more features that will work well for us, including things like breakout rooms. Also, they can private message me at the same time during class, which is really nice. If sometimes we will finish them needing to listen to me, I'm always there the full period, and so that students can ask questions if they didn't feel like they wanted to do that during the class period. Okay, so office hours, Tuesday through Friday, I have office hours from 7 a.m. to 8:15. Right now, I prefer that they email me to set that up. It can even be that morning. And then we would start the video conference from there. I do teach another subject, and so it's a little bit easier than the drop-in, but like I said, they can email that morning and I can get them on. Okay, so their Zoom expectations, they've been great. I prefer if they can keep their camera on just because it is better than me talking to an empty classroom when I can see them, but obviously that is their choice. They've been great about asking questions and answering questions. They need to have paper or a notebook ready and something to write with if they aren't doing the worksheets. Again, they've been great. We haven't had any issues with distracting classmates or anything like that. And they've all really been on time. Obviously, if they need to use the restroom or they need to get their dog because the doorbell rang, that's fine. They can just go ahead and go. One of the things they are going to need is the graphing calculator, the TI 83 or 84 plus. They can also have an older one. They do need this for the class that is requirement of Algebra 2. A lot of the math we do, we are going to put in so it can graph, and the smaller calculators don't do that. We are going to start with that later this week, and so it is important that they have it. I've been reminding them every day. We are assigning homework. Typically, it is on Alex. They're familiar with that. They just go to alex.com, they log right in, and then the assignment is right there. Typically, we assign it at the beginning of the week on Monday, and then it's due the following Monday. Occasionally, we will give them something else, like this week, we have a quiz review worksheet we'd rather them do because it followed our quiz that we were giving them. And so that was not on Alex, but typically it will be there. On Alex, they have unlimited attempts, so they can go back and do the ones that will tell them which ones they missed. They can continue to work on those until they get them correct, and then we grade it out of 10 points. So if they would earn 80%, then they would get an 8 out of 10 in the grade book. But again, they can go back and keep redoing the ones they missed and go for their 10 out of 10 so that they can get that 100% in the grade book. Okay. All right. If they don't attend our Google Meet or our Zoom, then they will be marked absent. There's some information here about academic dishonesty. Again, so far they have been great with everything, but if we do see them cheating, then we would let them know, we would let you know, we would let the deans know, and they would get a 0 for the assignment. Okay. All right, let's go back to our slides. Okay, let's go to the next one. Excuse me for that. So again, I mentioned that they are on Google Classroom. They're all in there. They're all good to go. They are familiar with it. I also mentioned when going through the syllabus that we have Alex. When they did log in, they did an initial knowledge check, which is awesome. That evaluated what they know and didn't know for Algebra 2. We expect them to only know 20% at this point. And then that way, throughout the year, we can assign them to work on their knowledge. And that helps fill any gaps or maybe any areas that they didn't remember from Algebra 1. It gives them a chance to practice to do that. So that's great. And then separate from that, we do the weekly problem sets for homework. I do grade their work in a timely manner. Just a reminder that if they see a 0 or an empty space this year, then that means that the work was not completed or turned in, and it does count as a 0 in their grade. When they get that turned in, then I would go ahead and update that grade for them. You can go ahead and call me at any time. This is the direct number to the room that I'm in. An email, I see that also very quickly, so please use that as well. Okay. If there's any information, you can feel free to share via email regarding your student. If you wish, that's something that I would know. The students did do a presentation for me that told me a little about them, so I feel like I've gotten to know them fairly well, even though they're not here in class. Hopefully, we will get to that point soon. But I just want to say thank you for listening to my presentation, and I look forward to working with your students and with you in Algebra 2 this year, and let them have a successful year.